You are welcome to Masscom class. We're still on the playlist, the speech communication playlist. And this episode is lesson 6, part 1 of lesson 6. Part 1 of lesson 6, we will be talking about researching and supporting a speech. Researching and supporting a speech. Now, before we go into full discussion on that subject, I want to ask you, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Now, if you have not, do me a favor, subscribe to it now. I need you to subscribe to it. The reason is because when you subscribe to it, it will make YouTube to actually get it across to other mass communication students. Secondly, if you have not turned up the notification button, you may miss out when we upload videos on other topics in mass communication. So, why not just turn on the notification button now so that you will get notified whenever we upload a video on communication related subjects. Finally, share the link now so that when we start, you will not be distracted. Just share the link in your WhatsApp groups, your study groups, your class groups, and all of that. Just share the link to those groups and then join me on part 1, lesson 6 of speech communication, researching and supporting your speech. Well, generally, research is gathering facts and verifying facts about any issue or subject. Now, in speech communication, we also carry out research, and the reason we do that is so that we can be sure that we are being factual, that we are not spreading false information, and that we are not displaying ignorance before an enlightened people. So why does research matter? I will give you 4 reasons why research is important in speech communication. Researching actually is covered in planning. You will find that in lesson 5 if you have not watched lesson 5. But you go back to lesson 5 on speech planning, then you will discover that research is an element that is also involved in planning of your speech. So why is it important? I'll say 4 reasons. Number 1 is that it adds credibility and depth to your speech. You don't speak, from a shallow perspective. You speak out of in-depth knowledge. Number two, it helps you to persuade or inform your audience effectively. It helps you. Number three, it allows for accurate and up to date content. Can you imagine uh, you are standing before an audience and you are giving them information, statistics about the state of economy, and the things you are presenting to them are, are details of things that happened 5 years, 6 years, or even 10 years ago. No, research is going to make sure that that is prevented, because research allows you to be up to date in information. It allows you to execute accurate information. Then finally, speech research in speech communication demonstrates your knowledge, your level of knowledge, and your preparation, which are important elements of success in speech communication. Now, when you are doing your research to support your speech, what kind of materials should you be looking for? What kind of materials will you be looking for? Are you interested in? Remember Aristotle's model of communication. If you have watched lesson 1, we're talking about, sorry, lesson 2. If you have watched lesson 2, we're talking about credibility, pathos, and logos, right? So if you are going to uh, do research, the materials you look at for: number one, examples and illustrations. Examples and illustrations that will support what you are saying. Number two, statistics and factual data. Statistics and factual data. Very, very important. Very, very important. Which means you have to check out with Nigeria Bureau of Statistics. You have to check out data from World Bank. You have to check out data from World Trade Organization, United Nations, all of those organizations, that are involved in research. You have to check out the data so that you can present factual data. Number three, testimonials or testimonies. Testimonies by experts, testimonies by peers. Very, very important. When you include such in your presentation, the presentation will be highly respected. What other type of materials? And analogies and comparisons. They are good for supporting your material. Then the last thing you are looking for is stories and anecdotes. Stories and anecdotes. Very, very important. Now, let me tell you how to cite sources in a speech. How to cite sources in a speech. Now, in a speech, number one, you cite the source of your information verbally during the speech. For example, you say something like, according to WHO, that's you are citing WHO. According to Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, you are citing Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. That is what I mean by citing them verbally. All right. Number two, when you have a written outline, make sure that your written outline sources are cited or referenced in the APA format, American uh, uh, Association of American Psychologists Association. So make sure that you use that if you are writing an outline. Then avoid plagiarism by crediting all information to whoever you got them from. Never use information you got from somebody as though you were the person that generated that information. Now, when you do this, you actually encourage the audience to trust you more because of transparency. When you are citing people in your speech, you are being transparent. You are being transparent. So that brings me to the end of uh, part one, lesson six of speech communication. In the next video, I'll be looking at ethical communication. Ethical communication. I'll be looking at the principles of ethical communication. Like and share this video so that by the time you are coming back, it will be there.